grade 11 mixed radicals. So we're going to perform some operations, different questions. So we're going to start with the first one. 3 root 2 multiplied in the brackets. So that means we have to distribute the 3 root 2 into both terms inside. So 3 root 2 times 5 root 7. You multiply the 3 to the 5. And you multiply the root 2 to the root 7, and you get 15 root 14. Minus, and then 3 times 4 is 12. And root 2 times root 3 is root 6. This is as far as you could go with this one. That's your final answer for this one. Now, how about here? Here we have a binomial times a binomial, so we get a FOIL. So we take the 2 multiplied here and here first. So 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times positive root 3 is just going to be plus 2 root 3. Make sure you don't multiply the 2 into the 3 because that's irrational and this is rational numbers. And then negative root 3 times 2, that's going to be negative 2 root 3. And then negative root 3 times negative root 3 is negative root 9, but root 9 is 3. Also, you could remember if you multiply a root by itself, you just get rid of the square root and you get 3. Now, positive 2 root 3 and negative 2 root 3, they're opposite sign, so they cancel. And then you have 4 minus 3, this gives you 1. This is squared, so don't make a mistake by squaring this and squaring this, because if we have a number squared, let's say 8 squared, it means 8 times 8, which is 64. So we have to write this twice. Root x plus 2 root 5. Root x plus 2 root 5. And now we know we're going to FOIL this into this and into this. So root x times root x is basically, I said, when I multiply a root by itself, you just get rid of the root. So you get x. And then root x times 2 root 5. That's going to give you 2 root 5x. And don't forget to write the plus sign here. And then again, you go to this and you're going to FOIL this into here and here as well. So 2 root 5 times x is plus 2 root 5x plus 2 root 5 times 2 root 5. 2 times 2 is 4. And then root 5 times root 5 will just give me 5. And this relationship is multiplication right here. So this is going to give me x, 2 root 5x plus 2 root 5x. You just add the 2's and you get 4 root 5x. You don't add the 5x on the inside. You just add the coefficient of the root. And then here, 4 times 5 is 20. So that's just plus 20 right here. Okay. How about here? This here, you cannot multiply them, even though the operation is multiplication. To be able to multiply them, or you cannot multiply them the way they are right now, you have to change them to exponential form. So you got to change from here to here. And remember the square root, it means there's a 2 in the radicand and then a 1 right here. So this becomes x to the 1/2 times, there's a 1 here, so that's x to the 1/3 times x to the 1/4. And this will give me x to the power of, just gonna take the 1/2 plus the 1/3 plus 1/4, and I'm gonna do the operation right here. The common denominator here is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6, so I multiply the 1 by 6. Plus 12 divided by 3 is 4, so I multiply the 1 by 4, so you get 4. And 12 divided by 4 is 3, so you multiply the 1 by 3. And that's 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. So that's 13 over 12. So it's x to the power of 13 over 12. Okay, now this here, this is similar to this, so you cannot divide unless you change this to exponential form. Remember, there's a 2 here. So that's x to the power of 5/2 divided by x to the power of 2/3. Now I'm going to take the 5/2 here, and I'm going to minus because I'm dividing. Of course, we're going to minus and not add. 2/3. The common denominator here is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so I'm going to multiply the 5 by 3, and I get 15. And 6 divided, and sorry, there's a minus. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so I'm going to multiply that 2 by 2, and I get 4. And this is going to be 11 over 6. So the answer for this one is going to be x to the power of 11 over 6. Of course, if we want to change this to radical again, radical form, then the 6 goes right here, and the 11 goes right on top. So basically, we could go this way, and we could come back that way as well. Okay, here's our last question. Root x times root x, that's foiling, and root x times 2 root 5. So root x times root x is just going to be x, and then we're going to get plus 2 root 5x. And this is, again, we're going to FOIL. So this is going to be minus 2 root 5x. And negative times positive is negative. 2 times 2 is 4. Root 5 times root 5 is going to be 5. These will cancel because they are opposite signs. And then we have x minus 20 as my final answer. Thank you for watching. See you next time.